Sometimes we just really crave something that's easy, something super simple that doesn't take much brain power. That is why in this video, I want to talk to you about some ways that you can save a lot of money, and they are simple. They should not require a lot of effort. So let's get started. In the last video I did, you guys told me about all of the wonderful goals you have for this year when it came to finances and your money. Many of those were paying off debt, taking care of a car loan, saving for a down payment, paying more on your mortgage. It was a wide variety, but a lot of it had to do with simply taking all of your money that you're saving and putting that towards getting rid of something stressful, or putting it towards something that you have been looking forward to, maybe a great vacation, or again, getting that house paid off so you don't have any financial burden. Whatever it may be, I think when we have such little resistance to something, we are more likely to do it. That's why I want to talk about how simple things can be fairly impactful. This first one is very simple to actually do. The hard part comes when you need to implement discipline to continue it. So it is getting off social media. Hear me out here. Social media makes you buy things. That is how they make their money, through the ads that they sell. So I'm not necessarily talking about YouTube, but YouTube does have ads as well, but you can easily skip those. But when you're on social media, you have influencers who also make money peddling products, showing you a face cream that's made a dramatic difference in their skin, but they have a filter over it. Or you know that they go get facials every 2 weeks, and they probably get all kinds of things injected and lifted. So is it really an accurate representation? Or you see all these cool new clothes that they've bought, which you don't really actually know, they either send back or they're given, and you have to have them too. Or there's this cool new gadget that's really going to make a huge difference in saving time in the kitchen, and you need to try it out. A Bankrate survey from June of 2022 was done, and they asked what percentage of people had made a purchase because of social media, and 49% of participants in the survey said they had. Now, the more interesting part of that survey was that 64% said that they regretted at least one purchase that they had made off of social media. The next one is something that not only is simple to do, saves you money, but also saves you time, and that is grocery pickup. In some of my recent videos, I have seen so many people that say this has been very impactful for how they have curbed impulse buys, stuck to their list, not gone over budget, and it has been grocery pickup. I mean, the first benefit is it simplifies life. It's easier, right? Second is you can stay within budget. Now, there are some pitfalls and things that happen, such as something's out of stock, or there's not a good substitute, or perhaps they mess something up, or they give you bad quality, but you can contact that store, and oftentimes they'll give you credits, and sometimes credits on top of credits for issues that may arise. I went on a website called shopfood.com, and they have an article that took 15 of the larger grocery stores from across the United States. So I wanted to see, because you obviously hear about fees or minimum orders, what the real case is about fees and minimum orders, okay? So they compared 15 stores. 10 of those stores had 0 fees. The highest fee that was for any of the other 5 stores was $4.95. Now, if you think about even a gallon of milk these days cost about that much, maybe more where you are, maybe slightly less. But if you curb one impulse buy from being in the store, then you've made up for that fee. Oftentimes we have more than $4.95 we end up spending on impulse buys. The minimum order was the other thing that people might say, oh, well, is that still a good idea? But I looked, and 8 out of the 15 did have minimum orders, but the highest was $35. That's all you had to spend, and that is pretty easy. You can get 5 to 6 items these days and be at that $35 limit or minimum. The third way to easily and simply save money, and a lot of it, is to save the difference. Whenever you get a pay raise or a promotion, a bonus, or a windfall amount of money, and you had already been living within your means, not going over budget, having money there, then save the difference. Automatically earmark that amount. What you will find is most people, when they get any of these things, they automatically go out and spend money. They increase their cost of living because they think they need to have better or be better because they have a promotion or maybe got a better job, paying job. But that's not actually the case. For those who are most successful in creating that income and expense gap, the more you widen the gap, the more money in between those two that you have to put towards your savings goals or what's important to you. But what you'll find is the people who are able to make that gap the largest are those who continue to stay where they were, their cost of living was, as much as they could on purpose, because obviously there's things that are called inflation, but on purpose, cost of living, and take those increases and automatically save them. My next one for simple ways to save money is actually enjoyable. At least I enjoy it. And that is setting goals. It's fun to dream. I think having a destination of where you are going and the steps that you need to take to get there actually gives you a reason to make these good financial decisions. Many good financial decisions. So it's very simple to set this goal, all right, and then determine how to get there. And because you have that destination you want to get to, then you can navigate through. You can say, sorry, we're not going to take as lavish of a vacation this year because there is something bigger that we want to accomplish. Or, sorry, we are not going to go out to eat this weekend. We're going to eat at home. You guys are welcome to come over and have dinner with us. The way I look at that is you are putting off today's wants for future goals. You are taking today's Jennifer's wants and saying, well, I know you want that right now, but remember that time you set that goal for that bigger thing. If you continue to make these small, great choices right now and not give in, I bet you're going to reach that goal before you know it. And that was your intention. So I think setting these goals is a great way to simply pave the road for where you want to go. My last simple tip here is one that I have spoken about many times, and I've actually tested not doing it, and it did not help. It certainly did not make life simpler, and it did not save me money. That is meal planning. Meal planning for me and for a lot of people works so well, and it is a very simple action to take. Now, whether you meal plan monthly, you will meal plan weekly, you meal plan every 2 or 3 days, however that works out for you. You've set a purpose of what you're going to eat, even if you don't eat the same thing on that day, okay? A lot of people don't like such a rigid plan. So Tuesday might be tacos, but Tuesday you're not really feeling tacos, okay? Friday was pizza. Well, let's move homemade pizza up to Tuesday, but Friday we're going to eat the tacos. You don't waste money because you know what you are going to eat and you've got exact ingredients that you need. You're going to cut down on the trips to the grocery store because you forgot something. If you're doing the grocery pickup, you can easily plan your meals, determine what ingredients you already have, what ingredients you need, plug those in, and it's a win-win. These work together. A good way to go about this and setting this up is to I have a meal planning binder. I will link that video. I think I did that sometime last year down below. I go into great detail about how I monthly meal plan, and many of you have said that it helps you. Again, any advice that I give, if it works for you, great. It resonates, take it. If it doesn't, that doesn't mean it doesn't work for somebody else. Maybe you have a better way, that's okay. Just leave that alone. You don't need to worry about it, okay? But with the meal planning, having 10 to 15 dinners, and there probably already are 10 to 15 meals that you cook on repeat, but having a list of those, automatically putting those on a list, you are able to easily plug those into whatever system or schedule of a week or a month that you want to meal plan. I hope you enjoyed this video of some simple ways to save money. If you have any, please put them down below. If you have any questions about saving money or any of these for me as well, put them down below. If I don't answer them in the comments, which I always try to, then I might answer them in an upcoming video. If you enjoyed this video, one way to help me out is to click on the thumbs up button. YouTube tends to like that. And also, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I would love for you to come back for more videos.